Hi, we're behind the scenes, SBF Live, and we just saw Jody Reyes. He's with WhichCraft Beer Store, and you know what? You have one of the most awesome titles I've ever heard. Tell our consumers and our viewers about that.
Absolutely. Thanks, Darlie. Something about the beer world, everyone likes to get a little punny, as they say. So when I was coming up with the name of the store, knowing that we were going to sell only craft beer, I actually polled my Facebook friends, and I had a couple of ideas that we threw out. But it was one of my old coworkers who came up with the name WhichCraft Beer Store, and I loved it instantly. So that's what we went with.
That's super awesome. And guess what? Education seems to be so key with you. So it's not all just about fun and games, or at least you make education pretty fun. Tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So the thing about beer, and craft beer specifically, is there are so many different styles and so many different breweries, more and more every day. And the really tough thing for a consumer who maybe doesn't know as much about craft beer is it can be daunting walking into a place and seeing hundreds and hundreds of different bottles, just similar to a consumer who loves wine walking to a specialty wine shop and see so many bottles they don't know where to start. So part of what we like to do is we really like to work with customers and educate them, but also hear from them what their preferences are. Everyone has different preferences. You can have two people who are absolutely lovers of craft beer, but they can like completely opposite things, and that's great. There's enough beers out there, there's something for everyone. So what we train our staff to do is really to ask a lot of questions, to probe people's different tastes and their craft beer experiences and help find the right beers for them.
That's great. Nice segue there, something for everyone,
Yeah.
Especially when I know a little bit about these free tastings. Tell our audience a little bit more about that.
Absolutely. So the thing about beer is it's meant to be drank. It's a very social, it's the most social alcohol, I believe. It goes back centuries and centuries, thousands of years. People drink beer together. So if you're going to experience and hear about a bunch of new beers, you should probably taste them. So what we do and how we set up our shop is to do free tastings multiple times a week, at least typically 4 or 5 nights a week, where we open up a bunch of different beers, or we have different brewery reps come in themselves and they'll actually taste out all of the beers that their brewery makes.
Thank you, Jody. And where can people find you?
So currently, our flagship store is down on South Lamar, right at Old Torf, right next to Black Sheep Lodge. And we're just retail down there, so you cannot drink a beer on premise. We do the free tastings, and you can take beer to go. And then currently working on our second location, which is going to be up in the Mueller development. And that is going to have draft beer. We're going to be able to fill growlers. We're going to do some coffee, in addition to taking bottles and cans to go.
Great, Jody. And all right, let's wrap up with where people can find you online as well.
Absolutely. So you mentioned the store name earlier, WhichCraft Beer Store. So that's WHICH. And our website is WhichCraftBeerStore.com. And you can find our Twitter and Facebook and Instagram handles there.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you, and we'll be checking you out.